good. I knew that I wouldn't. So good, so good. I got you.
I'd like to say to you out there, our host, rather, just kind of sit back and let me do a lot of rapping. In order to make a total package, you know, you need everything. I think a beef stew is probably the best concept of life. For 21 and a half years, this young fella here has been for me. Put the cape on my back through the Tammy show, all the different shows throughout the world, and throughout our world tours that we've made. And Mr. Danny Ray, he's been one that I've actually worked with for a long time. I watched him I took him in the other part of his youth when he just finished the service. And Brother Ray, he's from Birmingham. Is there anything you'd like to say to the people out there?
Oh, sure. There's plenty. Like I'm saying, that's the life here now that I'm enjoying. You know, so much is involved in it. And a lot of times people would say, well, why don't you retire? I said, why can you retire? That's like dying. You know, you don't want to bury yourself. You want to live on, you know. So there's no such thing as retire to me. You know, with God's help, you know, I want to give everything I can back to people who have helped make a beautiful, wonderful life for me, because I've always wanted to travel. And thanks to Brother Brown and a lot of people.
Well, thank God. And
yeah.
I was one of the people that were able to extend my hand and say, come on, brother, because you, in so many cases, have done so many things for me that I never forget. Yeah. I know your mother, I know your sister and your family and your dad, and you know my mother and family. And we've been brothers that we'd come from the same mother, and the bloodline is there because we chose for it to be that. I'd like to say one thing, that my life has been more than beautiful with you. It's been one of reward and one of experience, and one that carried me on to add something to my life, because there is no clock that would tick without all the different pieces that makes it tick, and you're one of the pieces that make James Brown tick, and I appreciate it very, very much. And I also like to add the fact that in doing our shows, it takes a lot of energy. It takes everybody energy, and it's certainly been a real brother in my life, life, and has been part of the battery that makes James Brown go, as well as Mr. Frank McRae, who is one of the people that used to be in the coiffure business, the barber business, the cosmetology business. He used to fix my hair, and the different hairdos that the kids have today, the new wave hairdos. Was one that Mr. McRae used to fix, with hair going up on the side and falling in the front, which was so often called a Tony Curtis, and a lot of different names for the style, and Pachuco, and hey, taken from the Latin people. You hear the phone again, that's because we're very busy. They know we're up here and they want to corral us. But Mr. McRae, I'm going to have to hand him this, because he needs to be able to hold it so his voice will pick up.
If I'm right,
can I transfer this one?
Listening to your voice, aren't you the one that's always been the announcer?
That's right. That is correct.
That's the one.
Mention that. People
yes.
haven't. I've heard your voice over and over throughout the years on James's records.
Dun, 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 dun. This is the young man that says what?
James Brown.
Dan, I know you want to collaborate on that, Mr. Danny Ray.
Yes.
I know you want to collaborate on that a little bit.
I do.
Tell them how you got into the announcing.
Yes. The guy was there with us. He was doing the show at that time. It had been 22 years ago, we're speaking of now. And he didn't show. It was outside the dressing room talking. And I'd never had did this type of show or anything like that. That's before he even been on the stage, really. And Brother Brown said to me, he said, well, you know, you need to do the show. I said, what? He said, you do the show. As a matter of fact, I'll see you on stage. They closed the door. There I was almost in a panic there for a moment. I said, do a show? How would you do a show? Because I had been watching for a minute, but then again, you know, to assess this yourself and put it in your mind, I said, oh boy, you got to come back home and really buckle down. Now you got to go back and study. But it all come together, and it gave me a way of life, and then something, I guess you can see qualities within myself that I didn't even see in myself.
Well, I had Mr. Ray too also sent him to school and gave him a better grip on the controlling his voice, because I said, you got something there that's so bad and so rare and so hard to come by. And one that people train to get, he has a natural ability of speaking. In fact, about a lot of the movies that were in the late 60s were taken with Jim Brown and Fred Wilson and all, it was kind of a copy of the way he talked and ad-lib on the stage, and the voice over things was taken from his style. It's a crime that he didn't get the chance and the opportunity. But as of this day, we do have a lot of those things happening, and because of people like the owners and the staff here at Channel 48, this thing is possible, and these people have a chance to be able to utilize their God-gifted talents. I want to take a step further. Mr. Frank McRae, again, I say, was a gentleman that also, now getting with Mr. Ray, because I'm sure it's something that you'd like to add, Brother Ray. But since I am playing wholesale a bit, I'd like to kind of take this one away and change the mics here. So the young lady said, you better look at the camera so they can see how pretty you are. Mr. Frank McRae, he, again, I say, done a lot of work on my hair, and he learned the business quite well, and he's now doing some, well, he's lobbing the James Brown concept, which is a human concept and people concept, and he's also doing some business things, because, like I said, it takes a lot of people to make the picture and to make the whole package go. Mr. McRae, something that you'd like to say?
Well, it was a blessing, and it would be every hairstylist's dream to be able to travel and experience the things that I've experienced since I've been with you since, I should say, 1959 is a 20-something years, and I was able to, I just don't have the words to express my relationship. My family, my whole family is grateful for the relationship that Mr. Brown and I have together, as far as my whole life. I've never spoke about this in public or anywhere else, so you can forgive me for being a little stagnant right now, but it's a very special thing to me, to the relationship we have, and I'm happy that everything is going well. I'm happy to be a part of what I'm doing now, and I just wish all the success in the world.
Mr. McRae is a very good family man. He's a great father, and I watch his Frank Jr.'s son grow, and I'm godfather of the family chose for me to be that, and I thought it was quite an honor, and I accept the responsibility and the position in the life of another human being. Mr. McRae has a son that now is attending San Jose State, and hopefully he's going to be around the country, and I see he certainly has the ability to do it, and also have the drive, and he's conscientious about it because he's running and doing everything. He looks very good. It's a young man like that, so strong and healthy, and looks, it only shows that a role model has been great. Mr. Frank McRae and Mrs. McRae has been really a real light and a model to this young man, this kind of thing that we were talking about earlier. If you plant the seed, you should cultivate it, and that's what they've done with Frank Jr. I'm very proud of you and what you've done.
I love you too.
I want to say to you out there again, thank you for allowing me to come into your home, Channel 48. I don't know how much of this will be used, whether all of it will be used, because television, you do have some technical things, and they'll say things that can't be used, but I'm sure they'll use as much as they can. Like they say, they're a people station, and they bring it to you because they want you to know what it's about. And again, you made my life a real flower, and it's been a sunflower because you watered it very well. I want you to know that I'll keep on growing and growing. I'll live as long as I can and die when I can't help it. But remember people like Muhammad Ali, and remember people like the Marvin Gaye, and people like Dr. King, and Sinatra, and Tony Bennett, and all the people that gave you so much of their life, to Booker T. Washington. And also remember that we may not have the greatest government in the world, but we have one that is concerned. And I'm very proud of the concept of government I have. And one thing about this country, if you don't like it, speak out about it.